Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something which I also think is like a wintry meal, which I think perfect this time of year. Is we are doing toad in the hole but with apple. So I know toad in the hole, well, quite a lot of people eat, it's quite a nice dish, but you don't tend to see it with apple. So my last video I did orange and carrot soup, carrot and orange soup. So I'm trying weirder things. So we need a roasting tin, well we need some apple and also sausages. So it doesn't say on my recipe that I've got peeled apples, but I'm peeling the apples. Just because I think 2 apples cut into 8, so quarter and then quarter again. Before I start, I would like to say please get a massive thumbs up, subscribe down below, and if you want would you rather part 2, I need to know. If no one wants it, then I'm not going to do it. But I'd like you to tell me either way, yes or no, not just don't say. If I don't get any comments saying it, then I won't do it. But would you rather part 2 is coming? So you need to put the oven, actually I forgot, you need to put the oven on. You need a roasting tin. And you essentially need to heat up the oil. So, I'm going to douse this in oil. You need quite a bit of oil. Because you don't want anything to stick. You don't want anything to stick. So you want a lot of oil. I feel like this camera angle needs changing. That'll do. So you're going to put this in the oven to heat up. But only literally for a few minutes. Well, it says 2 minutes, but the oven just gone on. So I'm going to put it in 5 because the oven's only just been on. And if your oven's hot, then only a couple of minutes. If your oven's not hot, you put it in straight away, then probably 5 to 10. So you're going to peel 2 apples. You're going to cut them into 8 and decore them. Now, there are gadgets for decoring apples. I don't have one. And most of you probably won't either, but there are gadgets out there if you find next bit challenging and want a nice Christmas present. I am thinking of doing Christmas present idea video. Because I have bought for Christmas, but we'll see if that comes around. So I'm going to get the apple, I'm going to cut it straight in half again. Now you're gonna get your knife across, you're gonna go length. You're gonna go lengthways down through. Then you're gonna get the core out, and then once you've got the core out, you're gonna cut your apple in half again, and get the middle bit out again because there might be a little bit of residue left. Apple goes brown quickly, so you need it in water ideally, but we're going to roast it. If you're not planning on cooking it straight away, get your apple in water. So across, get the core out, and then chop it in half again. cross of the core in half. That's and the exact same with the other one. You're gonna decore it, and then you're gonna chop it in half because 8 gets nice small pieces. But be careful because you've seen that nearly took my hand off. And then you're going to put all the residue bits back in, and then hopefully your tin's hot enough. So you put all the core and the apples and all the apple core bits in the bin. The next thing you do is remove the hot roasting tin from the oven, add the sausage and apple wedges. So I'm doing 4 sausages. So this has been 4 minutes, and I'm not sure it's hot enough yet actually because it's only been in. I'm going to turn it on very high and leave it in for another minute or 2. I feel like I've cut my finger, but anyway. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are sausages that are left. So I should have 8 and I took 3. Yeah, there's 5. I've got 5 sausages. I didn't count right. So you need to cut them, like cut the string off. Sometimes it's easier with scissors, but you can just cut it with a knife. And you're gonna essentially get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's important that your oil is hot. Remove from the oven, add the sausages, apple wedges and roast for 10 minutes until it begins to brown. Whilst goes to the plate, and then you make your batter for the toad in the hole bit. Once this is. So now you need a 10-minute timer going on while these are roasting. You literally just roast it. It's because, so you put your 5 in, or your 8 if you've got a full packet of 8, or sausages come in 8. And then you sprinkle the apple around it. This smells and sounds very festive, this sort of food. You need to salt and pepper it. There's a lot of salt and pepper in there, because if you don't put enough in, you won't be able to taste it. You need to be able to taste. You need to be able to taste it. And the thing is, you do the apple and sausages first because they take longer to cook. So the batter won't take as the toad in the hole mixture won't take as long to cook as these. So if you do it all in one at the same time, the toad in the hole mixture will burn and the sausages will be raw. So that's why these go in first. So 10 minutes, and you've got to have your batter ready in the 10 minutes. So you literally only have 10 minutes. You literally only have 10 minutes to get your batter ready, because otherwise sausages will go cold. And if you take it out and your batter's not ready, your oil will get cold and it will stick. So you have to have hot oil. You can't leave it in more than 10 minutes or it'll be overcooked and the batter will be raw. It won't be cooked properly. Or if you take it out when it gets cold, the batter will stick. So this is where it has to be done in 10 minutes. There's a 10-minute timer on the clock, and you need 4 eggs. I'm going to put 4 eggs in. I literally only have 5 eggs, so that is all good. any shell, just get rid of. Hopefully you don't get any shell in the actual thing. 4 eggs. You want to give it a tiny whisk with a fork. You can literally do it all in the same bowl. You just set your scale back to 0. You don't have to weigh it. It's 200 grams of eggs. The eggs should weigh roughly 50 grams. You're not mixing the egg, you're just like properly combining the eggs. Then you need to make sure you have the right flour, because it does actually affect, some stuff affects. So you need 100 grams of plain flour. I've recently got some new plain flour because it ran out. And I've already used it. I've already used it, so it must have been in a video. Can't remember what video it, or shortbread biscuits perhaps. Now I would put, oh, flour's going. Got a bit of a flour explosion happening, but anyway. You want to whisk, I've got a massive box of eggs with 1 egg left. I feel like I should have used that 1 egg left, but anyway, do it with 5 eggs. So you're going to whisk. I have a feeling my bowl's not big enough because I've got to put milk in it as well. But we'll see. I just picked the top bowl, which probably isn't. Careful, you don't want to like. If you know how to make rocky pudding, pretty simple. This won't mix very well because it will be too stiff, the mixture. You haven't got any milk in. But the milk is 300 millilitres if I am correct. Yeah, we need 300 mils of milk, or if you're weighing it 300 grams, the exact same. So I've literally got 4 minutes left to get this made. Because I can't cool that down, but I can't overcook it either. But always keep out your flour and milk, because if it's too stiff, you add more milk to make it wetter, and if it's too wet, you add more flour. You don't need any more egg, because 50 grams of egg could be too much. You want to proper mix this, and you have to do it with a whisk. You whisk it in, you do a nice whisk in, and I would say the best thing to do is have it in a jug. My batter is fine, I don't need to add any more anything. But I'm not sure I've got a clean jug actually, so. A clean jug is ideal. Let me find. Oh, I found my key. Found my jug. Which has come out clean, which is should happen. So my batter might be too big to put in here actually, but it's an easy pouring method. It's a much easier pouring method than this. If your oil does get cold, you do have to reheat it because this will just stick. If it sticks, it just physically won't come out. Oh, just about. I could do a slightly bigger one. I mean, I have got 2 jugs. I knew one bigger, but it's got. It had gravy in, so it's dirty. It said remove. It said remove the roasting tin from the oven, shake well. pour over the batter and return for 30 minutes. So this takes 30 minutes. So mine is about finished. So I'm going to take it out. It's 180 degrees. It's meant to be like, it's not meant to be coloured, it's not meant to be cooked. It's meant to have started. The process of it has to be started. So as you can tell, that one is a bit on the crispier side. So keep the oven nice and hot. I'm going to have to go proper over because it's pretty full. You want to have enough batter all the way around. And I've got a little bit more, it's quite all fitting. And you want to proper scrape it out. And maybe give that little bit, tiny bit whisk. It's got a bit thicker. And like you want to this is the point to spread out your food. So sausages are well spread. Now this takes 30 minutes in the oven. So I am going to stop the recording. But this is, you can have it with a side of veg. You have it with gravy. This is just a meal which I personally think is perfect for Christmas. With some stuffing balls. I am potentially making stuffing balls because stuffing is really easy to make. So stuffing is something that I am interested in looking at. So this video is actually called Toad in the Hole. I don't know, Toad in the Hole with apple. Apple goes very nice with sausage. Maybe add some more salt and pepper if you think it needs it. Get it on a high heat. Get it in for half an hour. So mine will come out at about 10 to 2. But do check it. Because all ovens are slightly different. I will check it after 25. Not after 30 because it may be slightly less. And you actually don't need your hob at all. So you keep your hob area nice and clean. And you don't use many pans either. So this is what I call a good, yeah, so as I was saying with the batter, all you actually need is 2 big apples, 4 eggs, a bit of flour, a bit of milk and a roasting tin. Preferably a narrow, not as wide a tin. Smaller square is preferable, but that's the only roasting tin I have, so I'm going to have to go. So it does say in the recipe, bake for 30 minutes or until golden risen and serve with veg and gravy like I just said. I've just found mini toad in the hole. Mini toad in the hole. Bacon toad in the hole. And I've actually got bacon. Or summery toad in the hole. I might wrap some bacon in it before it actually starts cooking, but I don't think I've got enough bacon. But you can wrap bacon. I've got I've only got 4 pieces of bacon. Anyway, you can wrap it with bacon as well. You can also do mini ones, when you do cupcake trays, like muffin trays, you could do mini ones. So there's all sorts. But if the oil is not hot, it will stick. So if it sticks, you can't say my recipe didn't work. The recipe, every recipe I use will give you good food, but my printer for some reason won't print from my laptop, which I don't know why. Because every time I do a recipe menu, I have my stand here, which I think is a perfect gift because stand you can put your recipes up. Otherwise recipes will fall over. Especially if it's a piece of paper or a book just falls. So a nice stand with my recipes on. For some reason the printer won't print on my laptop. So I've got my laptop here with recipe on it. It's just BBC good food like I normally do. I'm doing a workout. I'm getting into this intense workout routine. It's like workout routine thing. I don't know whether it's worth filming a session. So I did one yesterday for the first time. I'm doing another one today. But if you want like a fitness session, I have done yoga videos. When was it? Like summertime. I did one outside. It was that hot. I think was it July, maybe even June. It was that hot. I did a yoga session outside. So I am potentially doing some more of them. I am not just doing cooking videos and well, I am mainly. That is the main focus. I have stopped vlogging because I think a vlog has to be the entire day. If I've only got, say, the evening, or I've only got like this part of the day, there's no point in vlogging. I want to do daily videos, not all the time. I think when Vlogmas comes to an end, on the 25th of December, I might have like a week gap to actually enjoy Christmas with friends, family, work, and the fact that I'm going to be busy, so I might not have time anyway. But the end part of December, just to chill, relax, and then as soon as it hits, say, after New Year, like 4th, 5th, 6th, maybe even the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, I will start uploading 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. I'll start uploading, I won't say a minimum of 4 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week. Not necessarily every single day. But if I have videos, I'm like, I've already got 4 this week, but I have this video that I filmed, why not put it in and have 6? So not necessarily just 4. If I have 6, there'll be 6. But a minimum of 4 videos a week is what I'm looking at. Realistically, Wednesday there's going to be no video, and realistically the weekend there might be no video. But during the week and stuff, I'm going to aim for in this new year 4 times a week. Pick certain days, maybe 5, but I don't want to say 5 and then I can't do it. So I'm going to maybe even get a logo for my channel, like an intro logo for my channel. Upload 4 times a week. Because at my moment my Vlogmas is 4 PM. Every single day, 4 PM. But I'm going to set a certain time, which will probably be 4 PM. Certain days, certain time, have a proper schedule going. Certain schedule. But in the summer I don't have a clue what I'm doing as of yet. And depending on what happens, I may not be able to do YouTube because of where I end up or what I'm doing. So if there is a, say, 2 months gap, I want to make sure I've done enough content for you to watch in case it happens. And also I did want to attempt running today. You know, like when you have a sense saying, I'm actually going to go for a run, I'm actually going to do this, I'm actually going to go for this, I'm actually going to do something, and then you can't. It's quite frustrating. So I'm like, I haven't run for about 3 weeks, I'm going to go today, I've got 2 days off, let's go. And it's raining. So I am doing a fitness intense thing. So I do want to do another yoga video. I have intrigued to do more yoga videos. I did 3. And they actually got quite a lot of views. They got like triple the amount of views as some of the cooking videos I was doing. But I am looking into doing some more of them. Vlogmas is happening. Is happening. I'm going to do more Christmas. I know this is like turning the whole caramel soup, shepherd's pie, they're all like wintry sort of foods and good for this time of the year. But at the same time, although they are good, I don't do more actual classical Christmas things like stuffing and maybe even show you how to make a roast, like an actual Christmas dinner. I'm actually maybe not. I am doing Christmas pudding or Christmas cake. Haven't decided yet which one, because I don't think I'll do both. I might, but I'm doing one or the other. Stuffing balls, I want to do more Christmassy stuff. If I do something Christmassy, I might vlog it, but then again, depends what it is. So yeah, I'm going to do the best as I can. Going back to turning the hole, you can do mini ones, you can also wrap it in big, you can also add road in time. You can do whatever you want. I feel like I've rambled, but it's worth it, because then you get what's going on in my YouTube. So I'm going to pause it, because there's still 25 minutes left on this clock. And I'll catch up with you super soon. And taste this turning the hole with apple. Back. So, turning the hole is made. It only went in for 20 minutes in the end. Because it was on slightly high heat, because that's what other to do. It looks and smells incredible. I've got some gravy. So I'm gonna move this to one side because I pre-made this gravy. It's gone cold. So if you make your gravy straight away, you don't have to do this. But because I pre-made my gravy, I'm putting it in a pan. And I'm also going to put a dash of parsley. This is just to reheat it because I made it in advance for something else. And then you give it a stir. I'm basically reheating up the gravy, mainly so it starts to form a skin, which you just peel off and put in the bit, and then you try and make it thick but not too thick. You can have like lentil gravy and like stuff like that, which actually is quite nice. This is just beef gravy, not chicken gravy or veg gravy or whatever. This is beef gravy that I've made out of the kettle, and I'm just simply reheating it. So that's reheating, we're gonna get some cutlery device. And we're going to chop. I'm praying this hasn't stuck. Oh, it's a bit... It's not raw in the middle actually. You need to make sure you get a bit of sausage. It hasn't stuck. But now I need some sort of device. Preferably a slice that I know is dirty. Some form of device. Don't know if this is the best one. Kind of like fish it out, but it hasn't stuck. Which is great news. Just great news. So you put it on your plate like that. So I would say one sausage, one serving, or maybe two to a serving. And this gravy is fairly thick, but there's nothing worse than runny, watery, like gross gravy. So you pour a little bit of gravy on top, and there's your portion. I would say that is like a snack. If you're having it for an actual meal, I'll probably have double this. But we're going to try it and see how it tastes. Taste the flavour, and the salt and peppery flavour makes a lot of difference. This is incredible. I know apple apple and sausage goes, but I know apple and sausage does go, because you have like apple chutney and stuff with sausages. For me personally, the apple, seems a bit sweet. It doesn't like fit. But I can't criticise the recipe because apple and sausage just... The apple's a bit much. But if you did ditch the apple, it's very, very nice. And for most people, apple would... I like the apple. I do like the apple, but... I think I prefer the apple on its own. With the Yorkshire pudding bit, it doesn't really go. Yeah, so it's pretty good, but not perfect because I don't particularly like the apple with the Yorkshire pudding, but by itself, the apple's alright. I'm giving this an 8.5. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next day of Vlogmas. Thank you and goodbye.